Plaintiff Cassandra Figures says she's an up-and-coming Southern soul artist, and she got hooked up with the defendant, who said he was a promoter. Cassandra claims she was hired to be the defendant's operations manager, and he agreed to pay her half of what he made, which should have been $600. But she's suing because she never got a dime. Defendant Fleetwood Sanders says he was an on-air personality and program director for years, and he's also a promoter for big artists from the South. Fleetwood admits that he hired Cassandra to work for him, but insists he never agreed to pay her half of his earnings.
Start with you.
I got connected with Mr. Sanders through Facebook.
You got what with it?
Connected.
Oh, excuse me. All right. I'm sorry. I thought you said naked. I'm sorry.
No.
You said connected.
You really don't want me to go home.
All right. You said connected.
Yes, we met on Facebook. He promoted him. He said he was a promoter. And I'm a young and up-and-coming Southern soul artist, and I told him that if he needed an opening act to let me know, and he gave me his address, and I sent him my promo pack. And I had been singing for many of years.
What do you want to hand me, please?
This is some of the people that I perform with. Actually, in 2005, my husband and I's band, we opened up for...
The devil is a lie.
You sing too?
Oh.
You sing?
He's just saying he's a lie. Devil knows himself.
But it sounded like he was singing over there. Sounded like he was singing.
And I had been performing, and I actually got started singing by accident. My husband had a band called Phase 2, and his female vocalist one night didn't show up. So I went, and the guys after three sets, they asked me, said, well, we need somebody to sing, and you know all of our songs. So I got up and I sang a couple songs, and I was like, hey, yeah, people are dancing. I like this. So
you hadn't been a singer prior to that?
I sang in church. I started singing when I was 3 years old.
All right, and you found that you like it.
Yes, I enjoyed watching the people, and they were just excited to see me sing.
All right. Give me some background on you, sir.
First of all, I'm about a 20-year promoter in the entertainment business. I've worked with some of your major artists, Gerald Levert, James Brown, promoting shows all down through my radio career with Clear Channel, about 15 years with them. And I got pictures.
You've been an on-air personality?
On-air personality, program director.
Let me see what you want to show me.
I got pictures and...
With Clear Channel, you say?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You say you promoted Gerald Levert?
Yes, sir. Silver Star Casino.
Yeah, he was a dear friend of mine. God bless him. Did you know Clarence Jones?
Clarence Jones.
Yeah, he was the biggest promoter in the South.
No, I've never heard of Clarence Jones.
All right. What type of shows have you been promoting?
I'm promoting Southern Soul.
You're in Texas?
Alabama.
Oh.
State of Texas, Marion County. You all aren't in Marion?
I live in Texas. I'm in Jefferson, Texas.
But he's in Alabama?
Yes.
All right, and he was promoting in Texas?
No, he was on Facebook actually promoting. He had a flyer already out. And
for what city?
For Mississippi.
All around the world.
You are from Texas?
Yes.
He is from Alabama.
Yes.
And the promotion was occurring in Mississippi.
The venue,
all right, that's not unlike you're the artist, he's the promoter, you go whatever city you have a market in. Go right ahead. How does he owe you wages? Tell me what happened.
Okay, first of all, Your Honor, let me give you a little bit more background. I had a contract with the venue. Here's the contract with the venue. And
not with me.
That is separate from.
Not with me.
That is separate from what I'm suing him for. Mr. Fleetwood.
It might have been the wrong piece of evidence to give me, but go ahead.
Mr. Sanders hired me as his operations manager to replace someone. Okay, this is on Facebook where he literally put on Facebook that I was replacing someone else as his operations manager.
All right, let's see it.
Okay.
Then what happened?
And then my husband, after maybe 2 or 3 weeks, he asked me, he says, well, how much are you getting paid for all this? Because I was up like 6 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the morning doing shows, promoting.
And that's when I talked to Mr. Figures.
Let her finish, sir. Mm-hmm.
And so my husband said, well, he said, well, we need to find out how much you're getting paid. So I handed him the phone, and the conversation was that I'll pay you half of what I'm making. And he led us to believe it was $1,200. But after the show, we later found out it was $5,000 he was due to make. And so, but neither here nor there, I said, okay, $600 is fine. Had no problem with it.
That's
Hold
not
on.
true.
Hold on, sir.
not
Those
true.
are two different things. You said he told you he would pay you half of what he made, right?
And he said he stood to make $1,200. And then
If you're doing a show, man, you can't precisely say the amount you're going to make in ticket sales.
no, sir, he went to the venue as a promoter and told them that he could pull off a video
Right,
shoot.
and he was paid $1,200 to do that?
No, he told them he could pull this whole show off for $7,500.
Where did the $1,200 come in?
He told me that that's all he would stand to make after everybody was paid was $1,200.
See, and that's what I'm saying, ma'am. You can't predict your profit. You're saying that half of the profit was going to be $600. When you're selling tickets, after you take away all the expenses, you don't know what you have left until the ticket sales come in. But you are focusing in on this $600 as if it was a guarantee that he was to make $1,200.
No, sir, he asked me how much would I work for, and I told him $600 would be fine.
That's not what you told me. And we've been debating over this because you said you were to get half of what he sold, and he estimated it to be $1,200. That's what you told me. You didn't tell me he hired me for $600. You say he hired me and I was to receive half of what he got after expenses. And he said it should be around $1,200. Let me hear from you, sir. What do you say the agreement was?
Your Honor, the agreement, I talked to her husband by phone from Texas. One night they were into some type of heated argument, and he told her to go out the room, and he got on the phone, and me and him conversated. And I did tell him that I would pay her $600 if the show was successful.
No,
You didn't
didn't.
say anything about giving her half.
I don't know about the half. I talked to Mr. Figures, and he was telling me
Did
that
you ever speak with her?
yeah, $600.
All right, so you and she spoke.
Right. And then she put her husband on the
I
phone.
don't need to hear about him. Your agreement wasn't with him.
Okay.
He didn't do the work, did he?
No.
All right. So your agreement with her was that I will pay you $600
If this show is successful.
That's not what he
if
said.
the show is successful. And you said half.
And then after the show was canceled, I asked him to sign this, and he did. He said, because I feel bad that you had to use your house payment to come down here.
All right. You had to use your house payment.
Yes, sir. Because my husband is on a fixed income. We get $1,000 a month. And I told him, I said, and because he even wanted me to stop
My
singing.
contracts look legit.
Okay, let's see it, please.
That's not
Let's see
yours.
what
That's the
she
one I
has.
sent you.
I'm saying the contracts that I
What
You
did
got.
wouldn't
he-
even sign it.
Man, what did he tell you at the end of the show?
I had to go find him, and I said, Fleetwood, I said, where's my $600? He said, Renee, I don't get any money until the 3rd of the month. He said, and on the 3rd of the month, I'll make sure that you get some money. I said, I can't go on some money. I said, let's work this out.
Quiet.
Lie.
You said what?
I had it in this
You said,
book.
let's work this out.
Let's work this out. So I said, we can do a payment arrangement. He said, fine. He was sitting in his car, and I wrote it out. And he started getting mad because I was writing out a payment arrangement. And I said, he said, I won't get another check until the 3rd of the month, 3rd of September. And I said, well, Fleetwood, can you pay me $200 a month until this is paid? Plus I gave
zero.
Let me hear from your husband. Sir,
Pay you zero.
you can sit if you like.
Okay.
State your name.
Tommy J. Figures.
All right. What did you and Mr. Sanders discuss on the phone?
What was he going to pay my wife for her work? His answer was $600.
Okay. Not after expenses. Nothing about
No, I heard nothing
expenses.
about
Okay.
expenses. He
So
said-
obviously,
he said
ma'am, you
$600.
misspoke because you said he was to pay you after expenses.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. And here's a note, sir, she presents me that says you will pay $640. What do you want to say about this?
I have a contract that she mailed me to my
Let's see it,
residence.
please. Saying what?
The money for her to make. And I don't,
That money was to be made through McIntosh venues.
Ms. Figures is guaranteed $500 for the performance with a deposit of $250, but it's not signed, sir.
well,
This performance agreement that she sent you,
Right.
was it for the night in question?
Yes.
So you were to get $500 to perform.
Yes.
And $600 for operations agreement.
Yes.
And this was to come from the facility.
Yes.
All right. I'm clear now. And you present me this to say what?
Sir, the agreement.
This has nothing to do with you.
Nothing.
Why do you present it to me then?
What I'm saying, far as being the promoter, I was a coordinator for.
I see why you didn't make any money on your show.
Well, let me tell you, first of all, Your Honor.
You need to go to some other guys. Let me hook you up with some guys. Al Wash, Quentin Perry, a couple of those guys. Those are the best promoters in the business. You
Yes,
familiar
sir.
with them?
I'm familiar with that.
All right. Well, that's what I
Judge.
need to put you with.
Your
Sir,
Honor.
she has given me an agreement she alleges you signed. Do you have a defense to this? Did you sign this? Let him
No.
have it, please. You did not sign
No.
that? You don't even know what it is. You have not looked at it.
Like I said,
You have a driver's license, sir?
yes, I do.
Let me see it, please. When did he sign it, ma'am?
He signed it August 7th. We were behind the venue the night that the show was canceled. And sir, here's a copy of the letter that I sent to him and to the address where I sent my contract and everything I'd been dealing with him. It's still unsigned.
Let's see it.
I sent him this so he would keep it on his refrigerator somewhere to know that he had made that agreement with me to pay it.
Had you ever seen his signature?
He said that he was.
Had you ever
No, sir.
seen his signature?
No, sir.
Sir, it clearly, the first letter is this exact same handwriting, and then you tried to disguise the rest of your signature. Unfortunately, you couldn't disguise the first letter, and therefore, I believe her judgment for the plaintiff, 640.
Thank you.